petty people was made for the world because it teaches people how to. Because if you don't show nobody nothing, and I'm not petty like I'm gonna cut your tires or nothing like that, but I will definitely nah. But I would definitely point out like if you get on me about something, I'm gonna eat it. You know what I mean? But then when I see you do it, I'm gonna say something. Petty people was made for the world because it teaches people how to. Because if you don't show nobody nothing, and I'm not petty like I'm gonna cut your tires or nothing like that, but I will definitely nah. But I would definitely point out like if you get on me about something, I'm gonna eat it. You know what I mean? But then when I see you do it, I'm gonna say something. You know, because my thing is this: like I can't operate in a space that you don't operate in. But let me rewind
Right.
back to the safe place. Like it's ironic that when and it's funny because of course I'm a man, so I deal with women. So it's usually when you're correcting them, you feel me? And then they try to use some past trauma you shared or whatever. And then if you say, well, let me get on your daddy issues, then you the worst person ever because
Right.
and that's the funny thing. So I just learned like now moving forward, you got to be mindful who you share information with, and at least if they load it up and shoot it back at you, you know,
Right.
you could say some stuff because I had to say it in an argument, like like I didn't say you this because of that.
Right.
You can't use that. So I just realized now you got to be mindful. You got to kind of feel a person out in a relationship before you share too much because a safe place ain't always safe.
Can I add this? That's kind of why I stated earlier why I don't overlook any the good, and of course you don't overlook the good, right? That's typically what draws you in closer, draws you longer. But I don't overlook any flags.
Mm.
A good add-on to that is you can tell if a person will toss up your stuff, how you guys talk in private, if they're tossing up their sister, brother, best friends, mama, people stuff. It's kind of telling you something.
Yeah, but well, I don't mind somebody telling my story.
Right?
I don't
I
mind
said
somebody. I'm
throwing
not.
it up.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed of my story. But when you shoot
Yeah.
it at me when it's beneficial, then I have a problem with it. If I
They're weaponizing it. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm talking to you in confidence, and you putting ammo up. So when you feel
Right.
like you want to shoot at me, you dig what I'm saying? So that's how
Right.
I don't mind because if I
r-
shared it, it could be shared.
Right.
Yeah. So let me get to this question right now. I wrote it down. It's kind of long, but basically, in the gist is: do you have an OG, a mentor, or a confidant, somebody that you could reach out to when you got to make a major decision, and your best move need to be like your next move need to be your best move? Do you have somebody like that in your life that you could build with?
You said build with.
Yeah, like
Well,
like
I have, yeah, like I would say my oldest brother.
okay.
He is married, he's financially stable, he's a businessman, he's a great father, he's now a grandfather. He's my brother, but he holds me accountable. He believes in me, but he's definitely tough. So I would say my older brother. He's definitely a safe space.
Okay, so you wrote, okay, so you got to that place because I said, do you feel like it's a safe place? And now, do you feel like that is important, not just for you, but for people that have? Because it's rough out here. You see how this world is right now. It's rough out here. And right now, a lot of people are having a lot of mental breakdowns and stuff
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
they holding everything in. So
Hmm.
you feel like it's important to have like that type of person to go to in your corner?
Oh, definitely. I encourage like my kids to have somebody. I always say you should never be the smartest person in the room, right? There should be someone smarter that you admire in a healthy sense, you look up to in a healthy sense, that is somewhere where you would like to be or wouldn't mind exploring more about, there should always, and if you don't have that, I'm not opposed to therapy, right? So whether it be via therapy until you can build your trust up, that someone you're close to. Some people deal better with strangers, because there's family dynamics that didn't work out. But everybody, I don't care, preacher, bishop, pastor, mama, grandma, everybody should have somebody, and not a yes man or yes girl, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you on that one. I feel the same way. I have my aunts, I have uncles, I have older uncles. I have my aunt, I have Minister Jennings. He's like one of my mentors. I got several people.
That's good.
So far, it has been a safe place.
Right.
So far, and it's very important. And I tell my children, and sometimes
Right.
I might not be the person for you.
Right.
I might not be the person for you because I'm daddy, and sometimes I'm tough, and
And
sometimes
you can be biased.
yeah, but I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not biased. Like my kids, I'm biased with the truth.
Right.
I'm biased with facts.
Right.
Not biased when it comes to how you feel or whatever. I will listen to how you feel, but I'm
Yeah.
always a greater of do you care how other people feel? So that's my biggest thing because you ain't the only person with feelings. So if you only focus on your feelings and other people's feelings don't matter, then I don't give a damn about yours.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I hate to be rough like that, but that's a fact. I don't care, kid, mother, whatever. If you don't care how nobody else feel, my daughter gonna get mad at me. Right? I'm gonna tell a story, right? So, so she was asking me for something. She needed me to do something for her, right? I'm like, baby girl, she got a little situation like that. I need you to do this, do this. She was like kind of being, you like being rough with it. I was like, baby girl, do you care about? I said, why your bills is my problems? What's going on? This is a few. I
Okay.
said, why? I said, you care about my bills? She said, no. And then she sat there for a minute and she's like, because she answered so quick, but
Right.
it was what she meant.
Right.
I said, why should I care about yours? It was a moment we just both was like, it was a quiet moment. So let me get back to this right here. So it's a family question right here. What's a gem that you gave your children to help them move forward in life?
Mm, Probably something that stands out because it recently transpired. I reminded my son that I've always told them that you place the value on you
Okay.
and how you're going to be received, how you're going to be respected, um, even how you're going to be perceived. So that's from how you dress, how you speak, how you show up, whether in dating, business, whatever the situation or circumstance opportunity is, you place the value. You never forget that. So no matter how people see you, you place the value on yourself. So know your worth. Like know it's yours, right? Know your worth. And don't accept anything less than that.
Okay. Now explain why you gave them that one.
Because the world is cruel, and when my kids was growing up, they were redistricted to a different school that was predominantly of another race,
Okay.
and they weren't really acceptable to people that look like us. And they were concerned because they had heard, rumors from the current school that they were at, what that school was like, because they didn't have any knowledge, they didn't have family that went there, and so forth and so on. And so there was an incident that took place at school, and I showed up for them. And well, we would always do affirmations anyway in the morning. And I believe this was a perfect time. This is high school for them, a perfect time that they could see them in motion. And I reminded them, no matter what these people think, how they view you and your family members and so forth, um, you place the value on you. I started that since you guys were little. Don't you forget it. Don't you settle for what everyone else is saying about you. the only way their value or their opinion, their worth of you is true is if you agree to it. So, the world, people are mean. There's some real issues out here in this world, and there's going to be many times they're going to be in places. This is my thinking. Then there's many places they're going to be in that I can't be with them. So I needed them to be reminded, encouraged, supported, inspired in my absence, and especially raising boys, like they're males, right?
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful what you said. I keyed into everything you said, but the realest thing that you said through the whole dialogue, in my absence.
Hmm.
And that's why we train our children. That's why we teach them. So in our absence, they could carry what we taught them because there's a reason why we gave them that. So
That's right.
yeah, I'm gonna answer the same thing. And it's funny because like my daughter, I got two boys and a girl.
Hmm.
So what I taught her, the gym I gave her, I'll save for another show. But
Okay.
when my sons moved in with me, they was 9 and 10, and I was a single dad. Their mothers was having a little rough times with them and said, you know what, you're gonna live with your dad. So, they came and moved in with me. And it was a great day in my life. It was very happy because my oldest son, he never lived with me before.
Okay.
So that was like a big thing. So my biggest lesson I taught them while they was living with me is being accountable.
Right.
I think being accountable goes a long way. And as a man, we have to be accountable. Everybody need to be accountable across the board, but as a man, you have to be. Because usually if you're not accountable, you're usually the victim.
Hmm.
Usually the victim. And I don't want to
Hmm.
raise nobody that blames everybody. Like we move on what we do. Like we could still fall down, but we could get ourselves back up. But if you hold yourself
Hmm.
accountable, you could kind of retrace your steps. But when
Hmm.
you're not accountable, you kind of leave yourself off the hook.
Right.
They moved in with me, like I got on video and everything. Cause I went grocery shop, we talk, and I said, as this day, I'm trying to raise y'all from boys to men. Like, don't worry about nothing what's going on in your mother houses. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like this is a new day. And right now, the main thing I want y'all to be accountable. That's here in school, everything in life. I want y'all to be accountable because I didn't want them to be a victim, and that was my whole mentality. Because I've been in the army, I've been in different places. So I've been in different places by the time they was living with me, and I realized the victim mentality is one of the worst mentalities you could have because it don't help you move forward. It's almost like I could stop because I gave them the blame. And I didn't want my
Right.
boys to do that. And just like you said, I gave them that because I'm not going to always be here,
Right.
but I want them to have a major tool that's going to push them forward in life.
That's right. I
Yeah.
agree.
Okay. I think this one right here, I had read this question to my man earlier. I was talking to him before I got on the Zoom. He called me. My man Chris called me, and I was talking about this one. He even added on to it. But it's another family question. See, this is the thing.
Okay.
Like last season, I didn't have family questions. It's all relationship, and I was. That's why it took me so long for my last episode to get back into it because I was trying to figure out what my angle, what I want to really touch.
Right.
And we over relationship anyway. We over
Right.
relationship. Everybody, talking whatever. I don't like. That's why I don't know everything, and that's why I like to have conversation. So,
Right.
so iron sharpens iron, so you can learn. You can learn different things.